Hello, everybody, tuning into the UMSL Radio. This is the Yap session. I am DJ Pooba, and I'm greeted with DJ Snacks. Say something to him, Snacks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, guys. This is the Yap session, which is the podcast where we yap and you guys listen. So today we're gonna talking about
Yeah, I'll let him know. We're gonna be talking about, or yapping about rather, just talking about fall break. You know, YouTubers that we used to watch growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gonna be pretty chill today because we're getting back to the academics after a well-deserved break, I would say. So to all the students listening, hope you guys all enjoyed your break. I certainly did. You want to tell them what you did over break, DJ Snacks?
Yeah, sir. So I had some fun over the break, bro. I was going to mention at work. I picked up some hours at work since I was off Thursday and Friday. Good news about that. I'm pretty sure I bonus, so I'm doing good, feeling good.
You got a bonus?
Good. Yeah, we bonus at this job.
Good job.
It's a tiered bonus, so like each where you finish at is an extra $100. So like the top space is $500.
Yeah.
Mine, I finished second, so it should be $400 on my check. It's not finalized yet, but that's where I finished at. But
good for you.
Yeah, that's exciting. But the other really exciting thing for me was I went to a haunted house this weekend, bro. So I went to Creepy World. Creepy World was really fun. It was
I've never been.
You should go. You should definitely go. I do advise you to buy your tickets online. Just don't do what we did, because I'm not gonna blame this on Brian, but
you had to wait online.
Yeah, bro. We had to wait a whole hour, bro.
Oh my.
We was in line for like an hour and a half just to get the tickets. And then imagine, bro, you get your tickets and then you look to the right and you see like 1 million people. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, are we ever going to get through here?
Right.
And like, so imagine, look, we pulled up at 9:30, bro. We didn't get inside the haunted house. Like, I'm glad Creepy Road has multiple haunted houses. So we didn't like step foot into there until like 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
So like we left out at like 1:30, 1:40.
That's absurd.
You see what I'm saying?
So you waited like 3 hours to get in?
Yes, bro. Yes. That's why I said buy your ticket online, show up.
Yeah.
So that way you ain't gotta wait in line. You just show up and you walk in.
Right.
Like you wait in line there, you walk in. It was fun though. It was fun. Did you do anything over fall break, my brother?
Yeah. I wanted to ask about. I feel like a haunted house wouldn't be creepy if there's literally like hundreds of people there, just like going through the experience.
You've never been to a haunted house, have you?
Not like a real one.
Okay, so let me break it down for you, brother.
Okay.
So it's still I get what you're saying, but it's still pretty like fun, like kind of scary. So since it is like a bunch of people there, what they'll do is they'll time it. They'll like separate it between groups.
That makes sense.
So like it's like a it depends on what section you're on, what haunted house you go to. But like it might be timed like 30 seconds ahead of you. Maybe you might be waiting a minute just to walk in, like it's just you and the doorkeeper type of dude.
Right.
And he'll be like sitting there looking at the top watch, and then he'll be like, oh yeah, now it's time to go, and then boom, and then you walk in. Like so that way it's not like you're getting walking into all the same scary stuff they're walking into. Like
right.
It might be different depending on how big your group is. So let's say you go with a big group like of 8 people or so. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be as scary. But like say it's just like you and your what's it called, your significant other, right? It's just you and your significant other in there, and it's just y'all two in y'all group. So now you're hitting every single jump scare. So then it's gonna be like actually like scary, spooky. Your hairs on your neck is going up and everything. Like it's
right.
It's a vibe, bro. You got to go to one. I really advise you to go one.
Okay, I'll probably literally crap myself, but I think I'd be memorable for sure.
So I hope to see it.
Well, you might one day. Anyways, my fall break. Oh my gosh. I've been looking forward to this fall break for like literally a straight month. I was like, this is just all I need to reset my mind and we'll be good. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a hard time waking up today, being like, I do not want to get back at this. But now that I'm here, like I'm motivated. Like we're gonna get the school done, we're gonna go to the gym, we're back at it. But anyways, I was really looking forward to this fall break because my brother had moved away to Chicago at the beginning of the school year for me, so about like the end of August or so. And I wanted to go visit him because it had been a couple months. So I took the Amtrak train to wherever he lived, and it was just a really cool experience I had never taken the Amtrak before,
Oh, I was
except
about to ask you about that.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I took it when I was like super young. But,
with your parents. It's your first time by yourself.
Right. Yeah, this is my first time by myself.
Okay, grown man.
Exactly. I mean, I was a little. I wasn't like nervous, but I was kind of uncertain. I'm like, bro, what's it gonna be like just getting on this train with a bunch of people I have no clue who they are? But it was super chill. I mean, once I got in the train, you just sit down and wait. Like, you connect to the Wi-Fi, watch some YouTube videos. You can go in the back, buy a snack.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. And then whenever I showed up at the Union Station, which is in Chicago, I took a train, or not a train, an Uber to my brother's apartment, and we had a really good time. We went to 2 concerts, and one of them was Joji, and
I've seen that.
Yes, it was so fun. The other was Polyphia, and they're like an instrumental like rock band, but they kind of put in like trap drums in the music. It's really interesting.
It sounds like house music, low key, maybe.
I would compare it to house music because I really like house music, and I definitely enjoyed their music. I'm not too familiar with it. I heard a couple of their songs, but I really enjoyed it because energy in the crowd was very high. Like, people were like crowd surfing, mosh pits, all that type of stuff. It's like that's exactly what I want in a concert. Just everyone was getting along, and it was just a fun time.
That does sound fun.
Yeah, we biked around everywhere too. So
yeah, I went biking in Chicago.
Yeah, it was awesome because we didn't. It's honestly faster than taking a car because there's so many cars on the road.
Because you got traffic and stuff. With the bike, you just get out my way.
Exactly. You just say get out my way, or you just go ride the trail that takes you around the city, and then you can just cut onto the road.
City?
Yeah. So there's
Interesting.
So there's a road. Obviously, there's like a main road, and then there's like a bike path to the side. Right. That kind of takes you like around Lake Michigan and like kind of just the whole outskirts of Chicago.
Right.
And then whenever you're ready to go into the city, you kind of just like, then you start riding on the roads or whatever. But it's really useful to get around. So that's basically what we were doing, and it's just so fun. Like I just feel so free when I'm biking around in that city. But yeah, I had a great time. That's basically the extent of my fall break. Lots of good food. Of course.
That's good though. I want to ask you a couple more questions about that since you said it was your fall break. I was gonna be like, so about that. Who was on the Joji concert? Who was there?
Like remember? The openers?
Yeah, like everyone. Who was on the card?
All on the.
Who performed?
Okay. Sorry. I thought you said in the car. I was
on the card.
Okay, yeah. got you. I was like, there was no one in the car. Anyway, so it was at the United Center, which is where the Bulls and I think it's the Blackhawks, the hockey team. That's where they play. Yeah. So the stadium's basically packed out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I didn't think Joji was that big, but he is, and he brought along.
Everybody loved Filthy Frank.
Everyone loves Filthy Frank. There were a couple pink guys in there, as to be expected.
Yeah.
But so the openers, we had Savage Realm, which is his DJ.
Yeah.
And he did. I thought his set was pretty funny, but he did it when no one was there, so it was kind of awkward. And
what was the set? What did he do?
He played. He had some of his own music.
Yeah.
And I don't think the crowd was too into it. But between every song, he said something awkward. He'd be like, "Yo, how many guys out there you like peanut butter?" I don't really like peanut butter, but that's good for y'all. And he just get onto another song. It was so random.
Hey, look, he was just trying to break the ice. Y'all was
he was breaking the ice, which is exactly what we needed. And then after that comes this artist named Lil Toe.
Lil Toe.
And I was like, okay.
Not Big Toe, but Lil Toe.
No, not Big Toe. It was the little, I guess the pinky toe? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But his music was kind of funny. I don't really know what to say about it. It was very high energy.
High energy? Okay.
It's just, none of the openers sounded anything like Joji's music. Because they were just full-on rappers. And Joji's just singing and crap,
Yeah, Joji's a more
more mellow.
Yeah, mellow, but also he tries to make connection music, if that makes sense.
He does.
So it's deeper music, slower.
More stuff that people can relate to.
I don't even know if they can relate to it, but he tries to relate to people. He tries to make it more personable.
Yeah.
And stuff, things like that. I was also gonna be it kind of makes sense of why it's his set, everyone a part of that whole concert was kind of different. It's been like a trend now that I've been like watching. So with people now, what they'll do is instead of like when they're going like tour and stuff, they're bringing people that don't match their that type of music.
Yeah.
So that way you get the biggest draw because anyone at any point you look at the card who's performing, you can be like, oh man, I came just for this person. So that way you can sell the most tickets. If you make music that's like, if you make music that's very similar to everyone else's on your card, then it kind of it either like extremely maximizes it or it diminishes it. You're like the people showing up, if that makes sense, you know.
That's a fair point.
Like, cause like it's just I don't know, you don't get the broader audience.
I get sense. No, I get what you're saying, cause, dude, whenever you were at the Tyler show,
yes,
and I remember Kali Uchis was one of the openers. The show's like the last opener before Tyler went on.
Yeah.
And I remember I wasn't like too big into her music at the time, but she had like, oh my gosh, she had everyone standing up out of their seats and stuff, and it's like no other opener had done that before. Like,
before we get too far to that, where did you sit at?
Huh? Oh, I was like way in the back. So that was a problem.
I was gonna tell you why we were standing up, but you didn't even get to see it. I got to saw it.
I could probably figure it out.
But I was gonna say Kali Uchis is a very beautiful person, a very beautiful lady. She has like a very
Don Tolliver is a very lucky man.
Yeah, I wouldn't even into that. I'm hating. I'm playing. What I was gonna say was that her music is very like I really like her music. She really incorporates her Spanish like I shouldn't say Spanish. I feel like her Hispanic background and everything.
Yeah.
She has like English and Spanish music, so I get
It's,
that also.
yeah, it's really cool. Or it'll be like both English and Spanish.
Yeah, Floyd
it's
Mayer.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
I don't know if I'm saying the word right, but Floyd Mayer.
I love that
That's one
song.
of her bigger ones. Like,
Yeah.
it's a decent song. It's pretty good. But then I also was gonna mention like the fact that you brought up Cali was like bro they have songs together, but like I don't know. I feel like them two together it was an audience that was good. I feel like the only person that was like different from that audience of like music, I guess, was
Vince
it was Vince or in Tizo.
I love
because
Vince, bro.
Okay, Tizo now obviously kind of plays into Tyler's like I guess. I don't know if that's just me, but I always when I think of Tyler the Creator, I always think of something off the wall, just because of like just his career. Even though he's not really an off the wall person, it's just like I never know what to expect with Tyler. Like every album, I get something new, and I always get surprised, and like it's always a journey with this man. Like there's really no like. There's nothing you could prepare for with Tyler when listening to Tyler the Creator's music. You either get something that's really melodramatic, that you can really get something that's really heartwarming, like songs about his dad not having a relationship with him. You can get really songs about like missing his past significant other. You can also get songs about I'm trying to think of some of the wild things he did when he was still part of like Odd Future. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
songs on Goblin. That
Goblin like eating cockroaches and something like that. Like you never really know.
That's
what
like
to
the most
expect.
tame thing from him at that era.
Yeah, like you never really know what to expect when it comes to Tyler, but you just know you're down for a ride and you're probably gonna like it. That's something that I've loved with Tyler. I've always been I'm not gonna say a day one fan, but I've been a fan since 2013, bro.
Yeah.
I've been a fan since Wolf. Like
I respect that.
It's just like. It's something that I've always loved, and like I grew into it,
yeah.
And he's grown, I've grown. It's like we've grown as a people.
That's amazing, yeah.
But,
you got the golf hoodie on too.
Most definitely. See, I'm down to this. I'm true to this, not new to this. But
Real.
I was also gonna bring about just like back to the concert thing about like people separating the audience and trying to like maximize people coming. So I want to say the people that was like kind of different for that concert was like Vince Staples because like he's funny. Like he raps about a bunch of legal things, but he also raps about like like I said like earlier with Tyler, like he brings about things that makes it relatable and like him growing up, not being homeless, but like being house to house, moving schools a lot, fighting in schools a lot. He does a lot of that things in his raps, but then like now he's transitioned to like not an R&B artist, like he still raps and stuff like that, but it's more like not like like boom bap punch you in the face type of beats. It's more like calm, soothing. This man's gonna be a poet, and talk to you type of beats. Like that was on there,
which I respect because it's like he already told the story about like how he grew up and stuff. So it's like now he can channel his creativity to like other routes, which is really cool.
That's really cool, but it was just crazy. Like his last two albums of like kind of went deeper. Like it's kind of like reintroducing himself into the music scene because like
Definitely.
I've loved Vince. I think his best music isn't like on streaming platforms currently. Like the Stolen Youth LP, that's my favorite one. That I want to say that was produced by Mac Miller. Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Rest in peace.
It was when he was Larry Fisherman. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know. I haven't listened to that yet.
Yeah, you should listen to it. It's on SoundCloud. It's on UVP, and then the Shine Gold Chain.
Mm-hmm.
That EP is pretty good too. I can't tell you exactly which songs off of it. 'Cause I don't know which songs on which I guess mixtape, right? But he has a song with what's her name, bro? I think Jhené Aiko.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you scared, ain't you? Oh, you scared? Like it's a fire song. Like, it's something you should definitely listen to. And then I want to transition to talking about Tizo for that concert. When I say like Tizo now, I can kind of relate him to Tyler and like see why they like kind of paired him with Tyler for this type of concerts, because like Tizo, I kind of get that same feeling. Like, I'm not saying he makes me feel like a kid again, but like it just seems like fun, bro. Like it just seems like he's really trying out things, bro. Like,
he is.
He's trying out things. He's making things new. He's making things fresh. He has this new type of genre he's trying to make. I forgot what it's called. It's not R&B, but I think it's like this boom sound or whatever, because he's from Beaumont, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and like he like really goes in on it, like try to like make different things like rock and rap mixing together, like what he did with Who You Thought on that last album, on the newest album he just dropped. How Do You Sleep at Night? That was really good. And then just experimental things like Familiarity and 5 O'Clock, like a bunch of beat switches that kind of reminds you of like Travis, and just like it's multiple songs in one song, but they always flow together, and it's something beautiful that I love to see.
For sure. I'm not you've heard my opinion on Tizo. I'm not too into him, but I definitely like admire people like him, because like he's gonna be I feel like he's gonna be a trendsetter, because he's encouraging people just do what they want, and like that's kind of the whole point of his music is I'm doing what I want, and I don't really care what other people think, which is cool because I feel like it's working out in his favor. I mean,
it definitely is.
Look at him getting album placements on Drake's album. Like good for him,
Yeah, he's on everybody's album just about. He's doing that type of. He's giving me that type of push that that Doja Cat was getting, like whenever she was blowing up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then also the type of push that Megan Thee Stallion was getting. Like they're slapping him on every album. Like you can't go to sleep without hearing this man. Like it's
right.
It's something different. It's something phenomenal. Something great. It's something I can really look up to. But just like you were saying, like he's pushing people like be themselves and like do things they want to do. One thing that I really take away when I like listen to Tizo or just look at Tizo in general, I look at he really inspires me to and tells me that no idea is too big, and that you got to strive to do it. And even if you don't do it perfect, it's okay, because you did it and you tried to make it work. Just next time, make sure you capitalize on your mistakes and always realize what you're doing and make sure everything's worth it.
That's real. I like that. All right, welcome back, guys. This is a Yap session. This is DJ Puba.
It's DJ Snacks. This is the podcast where we yap and you listen.
Yeah, right now we're yapping about Vince Staples, and I had a question for you. So you mentioned that your favorite music from him is not on streaming services, but I wanted to ask, like, what's your favorite, like, album that is on streaming?
Yeah, it's on streaming.
Yeah, because like that's the stuff that I know.
That's fair. I'm gonna definitely have to put you on. I'm gonna send you some stuff when we get out of here.
Sounds good. You better.
I want to say so. It's new. It's not the Vince Staples LP.
The Ramona Park.
Yeah. Ramona Park Broke My Heart. It's a fire album, bro. Like it's something that like I listen to it and like I always find something new that I love about that album. Another album that like really got me into Vince Staples was the Big Fish LP. So that came out, not the Big Fish LP, but the Big Fish album, Big Fish Theory.
Yeah.
What was it? 7:45.
Why don't you want to come swoop me up around 7:45?
That's just a favorite. That's a fire song, bro. It dropped around like I want to say 2016. It was like around.
That's 2017.
2017. Okay,
yeah.
So I was like, I remember getting into Vince Staples like really heavily around 2016, 2017, and like I tried to look him up on the streaming services. I was like, bro, none of his music is good on here, but I keep on hearing about this man. So I go to YouTube, and watch his music videos. Like Nate, that's a very good song. I think it's on Apple Music. I don't know or not. Don't quote me on this. But Nate's a very good song. But to really answer your question, I know you asked me about my favorite project is by him. I want to say Ramona Broke My Heart is definitely number one, and then number two is Big Fish Theory.
Yeah. And
then if I had to round it off with a three, because two ends on a two segment, I'm gonna go with I think it's summer, something Summers, bro.
Is it FM, like the radio one?
No, that one's good too. Actually, I don't even know what that is. The FM radio. FM radio.
I
was
love
good.
that.
Yeah, like fun. Yeah. We just want to have fun. That was a good song on there.
Yes.
The album, the videos on that album was pretty good too.
I don't really watch music videos. I probably should. But
you're not a visuals man. I'm a visuals man. You got to show me something. Like I feel like I know a lot of people say, "Oh, this is music. What does music videos have to do with your career?" But like I really feel like audio isn't just enough. Audio gets you there. Like audio opens up the door for you, but I feel like visuals can really take you there. Cause like I feel like, for example, when we were talking about Tyler and Teasel Touchdown, I feel like without them having music videos, their careers wouldn't go as far. Like okay, imagine if Tyler just dropped an audio for Goblin with no music video, he would not be here. The main talk and like the main like thing about Goblin wasn't just like the crazy things that he was saying in there.
It was like the stuff he was doing in the video.
It was stuff he was doing in the music video. Like it was like, oh, this is some wild, obscure things that he's saying, but now he's over here eating a cockroach and throwing it up on camera. Like, bro, what's to this kid?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it really opens the door and like it really does things. Like it changes people's lives, bro, when it comes to like, whenever you're doing music. So like I say honestly, if you're making music or you're prospering to make music, make your songs and then write like little small ideas to like make music videos. Like I don't care if you're making it through TikTok. I don't care if you're making it just through iMovie. Do something. You want to give people like viewers just something to look at because we're really a visual world. No matter however you see it, we're really changing the video. Like
we are.
Apps like Instagram have really transitioned to prioritizing video on there. Just the videos that we post on there.
Yeah.
Apps like Twitter and Facebook are also doing the same thing. Like, we watch live streams and stuff. Like, even though they might not be the best things ever, like, live streaming, just like interviews, like music hosts and stuff. But it's something that everyone wants to see and like watch. Like, it's without videos and visuals, bro, you're really losing part of the magic that comes with things. Because like a part of the senses, seeing is a big part of the senses, not just hearing it. Like whenever you see something and you hear it, now like you're really like you're drawing somebody into your mind. Like you're welcoming them into your mind. You're really closing the idea of it. Like the only thing that you can't do through a music video, they can't smell you. But like you know what I'm saying. Like they can't smell or touch you.
I wouldn't want to smell most of these people in music videos if I'm being honest.
Listen to somebody that stinks.
Because I listen to what?
People that stink.
Okay, bro.
Filthy Frank stinks.
He probably does. Anyway, so. I mean, I don't want to stay too big on Vince Staples, but I want to answer my own question.
About your favorite album from him, or just favorite album in general?
Favorite album from him. Right. Definitely Big Fish Theory. It's just,
Big Fish Theory.
I love how I love experimental stuff. It's just cool.
It is experimental. That's very fair. That's very fair. I want to say it's most experimental for me though. I want to say FM.
Yeah, FM. I love FM.
It's fire, bro.
It's only like 20 minutes. It's a great listen.
It's a very small, good short listen. Shout out to Kanye. I want to say he really pushed the culture with dropping really, really short albums. I used to hate it that people were only dropping like 10-song albums, but now we're getting to the point to where everyone's dropping a deluxe.
Yeah. Or, I prefer short albums at this point.
Yeah, like I want you to finish the idea, and like I'm really kind of mad. Like I get why they're doing it, but like dropping just like smashing songs in there. But I want I feel like for best albums, from my opinion, or something that's like potent and stays on like one idea. Kind of like how when I know we talked about Tyler a lot in this this episode today, but Tyler really did that when it comes to the what was that called? That album called, bro. It was right after that album that I believe should have won album of the year, Igor. Yeah. So he took the best songs off of what's that album called, bro?
Flower Boy.
Yeah, Flower Boy. My bad. I don't know why I'm forgetting that. And Flower Boy's a great album. Sorry. He took the best sounds off of Flower Boy and just put them on Igor essentially, and like made them really more potent, and then that's what got him album of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think Igor is better than Flower Boy in any aspect.
I think it was better.
Word. We can.
I love that album.
I'm not saying it's a bad album. I like it.
That's one of my favorite albums
Flower Boy
ever.
is more complete, bro.
I respect that opinion. I'm not gonna.
Like it stayed on topic for me, and then like just songs in there, like the song with Kali Uchis on there. You live in the dreams, realities. Like that was fire, and then they had some parts with they had Lil Wayne on the album, What Is Fire Blooms, and then they had Jaden Smith on the album, and then who else? He put on A$AP Rocky on that album. Like I really love
how
A$AP
random
and Tyler together. And I was like, bro, he made a perfect, damn near perfect album, and it had good features on there. You can't really say that. And nowadays, a lot of times, the features on there are like throwing the album off. Like the artist might have, you know, an idea for an album, then the feature comes on with this whole different thing.
Exactly.
And like there's this whole thing. I'm not saying like you can't have your own swag on stuff, but like, you know,
right.
Follow the coursework. Follow my lead. You know, go off my vibes. You know,
right.
At least try to fit it.
I want more like creative features. Like, why does every single album? Like, I love 21 Savage, but why does he need to be on every album? You know what I mean?
He shouldn't be on every album. Oh, that's great. That's a funny thing that you say. I'm trying to say there's somebody else that used to be on every single album that I used to kind of hate, DaBaby.
DaBaby.
Yeah. Nah.
And like Kodak Black too. He was on like every album at one point.
He's on every album at one point, but I feel like he make pretty good music when he's on their features. Like even when he's dissing people, like he was on a song with 6ix9ine, dissed him on the whole like verse that he put out. But
Kodak?
Yeah, listen to it.
Okay.
He talked about like, oh, I don't really work with Stitches, but he paid me $1 million to do this feature or something like that. And it was hard. It was actually kind of cool that he did it. I mean, but like, hey, it's Kodak's a great artist. Probably not a good person, but great artist nonetheless.
Not a great person at all.
Yeah, but great artist nonetheless. But like I just feel like some people on albums really flow together. But like you said, not everybody needs them on every album. You don't have to shove a feature on every single song of your album.
Yeah.
At that point, is it really your album or is it them? Or is it a DJ Khaled feature? You know?
Right. Like, dude, some albums are literally stacked with features. Like, I remember. Do you listen to Saba at all?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I feel like I like his music. Like he makes like music that's like kind of, I don't want to say relatable to like Dominic Fike, but I want to say like it's kind of in the same realm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, more like R&B, more like softer beats, singing to you and stuff.
Yes, or it's kind of like he's just drilling into you. It's one of the two.
Or I've only heard the softer songs. I haven't heard the stuff where he just like punch you in the face with lyrics. Never seen that.
He's got some songs like that.
Okay.
But my point is, he had a album called "Care for Me," and that's the one that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
And it had like two or three features on it, over like 10 songs.
That's a good ratio.
That's
complete.
A great ratio. Yeah, it's very complete. And then we get on to this next album, and I was going to listen to it whenever it came out or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to listen to this because every single song had one or two features. Like, I don't think he had a single song by himself. I'm like, dude, you're not DJ Khaled. Like, you have talent. Like, you proved yourself in the last album. Yeah, like 2022.
Yeah.
I see one song where he's solo out of 14.
How do you spell his name? Is it S-A-B-A?
Yeah, S-A-B-A. Look at his most recent Few Good Things, stacked with features. It's like,
yeah, nah, bro. This is overwhelming. This kind of hurts my head. He only has one song in here where it doesn't have a feature.
yeah, actually two. Track 2 doesn't have one apparently.
Okay, my bad.
But like, it's like, why? It's like, I kind of want to hear you prove yourself because like, especially if I'm
for you.
Right, especially like if I'm new to this artist and I want
It's not a good look.
Spin your recent album. It's like, how do I know which one's you?
Yeah, we don't know what you are because like it's kind of hard.
Exactly.
You gotta have a great ratio whenever you're producing things. You're just making your own like project because like I get you want to have like a I guess a good cohesion or like big mix of artists, but I feel like if you're gonna do that, it has to be like something like Lil Bo did. So like the whole project, the whole process or just the concept of the album was to feature Detroit artists. Mm-hmm. So it was Detroit, Michigan boy Bo.
Yeah,
so
right.
Like literally, it's Lil Bo on every single song, but then every song has like multiple Detroit artists. So that's usually the concept. But like this, a lot of people make
Except
albums.
Sway Lee for some reason.
Yeah,
he was such a random feature.
Yeah, that was a random feature. But Sway Lee is really the person that's on every single album.
Right.
Almost
yeah,
every hit song. He has a hit song every year.
He does.
He's more consistent than T.I. for having hit songs every year.
Oh, I haven't heard T.I. in a minute.
That's my point. But I was gonna say, I was like, bro, he's reminding you of T.I. Like, oh, he has a song every year. Like, you don't go seek his album out or seek anything from him. It's just he's on here. I'm listening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just something. It's something good, something fun. But I was gonna say something else, bro. I forgot. I totally forgot. I lost focus. No. Okay, I was gonna say this. So, when it comes to like albums, I feel like the best albums for me, my favorite albums, aren't flooded with features. They have a good ratio to features. So like you mentioned the 10 to 3 like feature ratio. So like there's 10 tracks, 3 features. I feel like that's a great ratio. Like if you have features on 30% of your songs, 30 to 40%. I don't even want to say 40%. I want to say 30%. Somewhere 30 to 35 is a good ratio for features because then it still shows you as an artist. It can shows your ideas, your work, your just your sound, and you're like, really cultivates things. And like these artists that you're bringing in, like, they have to match it, because now you're just not slapping everybody on it,
Yeah.
You're not just like, throwing different sauce and a different type of chicken every single time. Like, you're really going straight forward with an idea, and it just really works well. And I don't know, Igor is a great album that shows that. Flower Boy is a great album that shows that. Vince Staples puts nobody on his album, just for the most part. It's literally just him.
Yeah, now he'll put a couple people.
But yeah, like it just be him. I know NBA Youngboy. I don't really like his music, but he's really good at this. Like, he'll put nobody's features on his albums, and literally just NBA Youngboy and a beat that punches you in the face.
Yeah,
that's it.
I don't think that many people would listen to him if he actually put features on his album, because people.
I feel like people would, bro.
You think so? Well,
Bro,
I feel like the people who tune into him literally just want to hear NBA Youngboy.
They do, but hear me out on this, right? So I got a homie that loves this man. I don't want to say worships this man, but he come on, young boy. He loves Young Boy. So like when he heard NBA Youngboy had a feature on Tyler's album, that was the first time I ever got this man to listen to a full Tyler album. He did tell me that album sucks. He proceeded to tell me that he fell asleep to it.
My friends all hated that album when it first came out.
But then he did love that NBA Youngboy feature. He's like, man, I didn't know Youngboy could talk about love. I was like, yeah, I've been trying to tell you that he needs to do stuff like that, but all he talks about is, hurting people. I was like,
right.
That's, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, he should open up, be a complete person. Like, I know, like, not everybody has to do that, but, do something else. Do something else for life. Always try things. Live.
Mm-hmm. You're
human. You're not a robot. You're not meant for one thing. You're not meant only for destruction.
For sure. I feel like it's just important to, just looking at the evolution of, like, Vince, for example. Like, if he stayed making the same music as he did in, like, 2015, I don't think it would have stuck with, like, an audience. Like, I don't think I would have enjoyed his music now.
You probably wouldn't have.
Like, honestly. But
he made music for skinfolk, not kinfolk.
Right. Anyway.
He really did, though. A lot of his music was talking about, like, just, like, injustices in the world. Like, he had some songs about, like, just the riots in LA in the 90s and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then just, like, the police injustices where he grew up in Long Beach and Compton and in LA. Like, he grew up all over, like, the LA area.
Yeah, he did.
He really reps Long Beach a lot.
He does.
But it's
him
funny,
and Snoop.
It's really funny that he mentioned recently that he's from Compton originally. He just loved Long Beach. He used to travel there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna be right back after this song, little small PSAs.
Welcome back. Thank you guys for your patience. This is the Yap Session, the show where we yap and you listen. This is DJ Pooba.
This is DJ Snack.
And we were yapping about music, but I think we're gonna take the conversation elsewhere at this point. So normally, if you guys are familiar with the show, we like to talk about whatever the current national holiday is for the day. Yeah. But we're actually gonna, instead of doing that, we got a whole week to cover. We're gonna talk about what are the holidays this week. And I follow this account on Twitter that at the beginning of every week will tweet out all the national holidays. Yeah. So this account is at HeyWhatDay. Go follow them, or on Twitter or X, whatever you guys want to call it now. I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm not over it. Yeah. And funny enough, dude, everything is food related. Like, literally everything. So Monday, today, is National Boston Cream Pie Day. Tomorrow is National Food Day. Not National World Food Day like it was last week, but just National Food Day. Wednesday is Greasy Foods Day, and it's also National Pasta Day. Thursday is National Pumpkin Day. And Friday is National American Beer Day. Yeah. And Potato Day.
Beer and Potato Day?
They're two separate holidays. They're not like the same. They're not like beer and potatoes.
It's like beer and potatoes. Sounds very Irish to me.
Sounds like a very interesting combo.
Yeah.
To say the least. But yeah, it's like I don't know. Like, what's up with? I mean,
all the foods this week.
I know. It's like, what is going on?
We just talked about that last week.
Like, yeah, there's a couple more. Yeah. Like, the only non-food thing on here is International Day of Climate Action.
We need to get on that. Shout out climate change. Climate change is real. We gotta save the world. The world saves us. The world protects us. We gotta save the atmosphere, save the turtles. Cut down on our consumption. We really gotta get active in the world and really see things and like really try to protect people that we love. We gotta end homelessness. We gotta fight for the
big on homelessness.
Yeah, we gotta fight for that. We gotta fight to change the economy in America, make it less selfish. I would say, even though we are like a democracy, kind of like everyone goes into this, but the way we actually work in America, not everybody goes into one thing.
Yeah.
But we gotta do that since it is climate change. One of the days this week is climate change. So we gotta protect the world before the world ends. We don't know when it can win because it can end tomorrow. We gotta live. We gotta live life, have fun, do whatever we do. But
for sure,
we also gotta protect the world while we do it. Have fun and be safe. Essentially, is what I'm getting at.
I mean, my thing is like I don't know how somebody with the influence that like we have, we don't have that much. You know what I mean? It's like
what we got your mama listening, we got your granny listening, we got your daddy listening. But look, next thing we're gonna have your girlfriend listening. Like, come on now, we influence everybody.
Right. Well, my point was gonna be that like, I feel like it's. Do you think that climate change is like, who's to blame for it? You think it's like us, like as the citizens, or these mass corporations that are like mass producing stuff at factories? Because
that's a great question.
Because if that's what is like the biggest problem, to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure it is, and it's in countries like, India, like China, like I don't know how much America makes up of it. I'm very uneducated on this topic.
Yeah,
but it's like, what do we as people, like, we don't have influence compared to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
get you. One person doesn't have the influence to change everything, but a group of people does. So with that being said, I'm gonna say like, okay, yes, it's partially our fault as citizens, just people in the world outside of the mass corporations. Because like, okay, now the mass corporations are probably the ones like putting out most of the trash and like dumping it in that sea. Like it's not just you doing it out there. It's the mass corporations. But the thing that I've said, like, we got to focus on ourselves because so look, in America, we're quoted to be a democracy. I really think we're more of a republic, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was getting at is that we put these people in power. So like, if you go out there and you vote and make change and like, really like advocate and be like, get active in what you're doing in the community, that could really make a difference on what these corporations can do. Because if you don't vote in the smaller elections, they're gonna vote for you in the bigger elections, if that makes sense. So like, you vote for the people like in your county, and then they vote for the people for the state, and then the state votes for like, since we're in an electoral college system, so it's like, it literally builds from the bottom all the way up to the top instead of the top to the bottom, if that makes sense. So only voting in the presidential election generally does nothing. But if you vote more like, your local elections and the presidential elections, stuff like that, you can really make a change. And I want to tie that back into like, it's like a mix of us and the mass corporations, because like, I'll say this, look, now, if we all just turn up today and just stop buying from all these mass corporations, I know it's really hard because multiple corporations own other things, like, like Taco Bell and Pizza Hut being owned by the same like company. They're owned by the same like soda company. I forgot what company it is. I don't know if it's Coke or Pepsi products, but I know it's owned by the same like company. That's how like we have like those little small Pizza Huts and Taco Bells to get put together.
Yeah, or
like
the KFCs.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like you get what I'm saying, because they're owned by the same soda company owns there. Like they figured out that it was cheaper to just own the whole franchise as a whole than to just pay them to have it, which is about the whole franchise, because now you have to have it. You ain't got a choice, And then like it's just it's a mix of everything. I would say it's more like it's 60% the corporations but 40% us. I feel like if we up our voting things, like get more active as a community, especially us young people. Us young people always like I'm not saying we can't go out there and have fun, but I feel like we're really the people that are gonna have the most power to make change in the world and how we want to see it, because I'm not going to say we can't let old people dictate what we're doing. We definitely need their guidance, and like talking about things, because like they've seen things that we haven't seen, but like we can't just go off exactly what they say. We can't let them dictate everything, because it's our world too. I'm not going to say they're going to die tomorrow, they're going to get prayers tomorrow, but we're going to be here. We got to make it. We're going to be the ones living here for the long run, so we got to make it good for the long run, and then pass the torch on to the people that are younger than us. You lead by example, so that way you can have more young leaders in the world today.
Definitely.
That's how you do that.
I agree. And I feel like there's also certain things that we understand that older people don't, just because...
Like triggered economics?
Like what?
Trickle down economics.
Sure.
Reaganomics.
Or using the cell phone.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I just mean like, you know, I mean, it's just very different, like, from where we're living and where, like, our grandparents lived, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not trying to speak like, oh, phone bad, because, like, I'm on my phone all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just a way we understand things differently than what they do now, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like it's not just, I think it's everyone that needs to participate. And I am registered to vote, I just haven't been able to yet. And
No, I get it. I'm not mad at you. I wasn't.
Oh, I know you're not.
Yeah, I don't blame anyone. I don't
mad.
blame anyone that doesn't go out there and vote. I was just saying that we as a community gotta, like, you know, make a way to actually do it.
Yeah.
To get active. But go ahead, continue what you're saying.
Definitely. That's all I really had to say.
Oh.
Don't have much to speak on because I'm not the most political dude in the world.
I'm not either. I don't think anyone is. Like, no one's perfect when it comes to, like, you know, political things. It's just, you know, we gotta do our part, and like that's something that a lot of celebrities have a lot more to do than what you think they can do. Like, you know, it might be like, you know, oh, Drake's just one person in the world. Just because he says one thing doesn't make everyone do anything. But him, you know, saying things and advocating people to go do things actually really, really makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Because okay, think about it like this. Think about it in this sort of sense. How do a lot of people get to wearing like ski masks and stuff like that, and like it not being like looked at as a scary thing and as a negative tone thing? Because we've seen celebrities doing it. How do people, like, you know, start accepting I guess minorities and black people just, you know, wearing like their natural hairstyles or stuff that's in their culture? It's because they seen celebrities doing it. They were generally accepted doing it. Us normal people weren't allowed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say that us normal people didn't make a change, but, you know, little smaller things when it comes to, like, you know, political, like, mindset and like everything, like how the thing looks. It comes, like, you know, it comes down to, like, you know, people advocating for it and like really pushing for change, and celebrities really have a really big power. Like, you know, us, like, I know you said earlier, like, you know, we don't think we have much of a big choice. Yeah, we don't, but, you know, people can hear us. We're heard on campus, we're heard off campus. People can hear what we do, and, like, you know, if we're talking about things and, like, you know, egging on things. We don't know. Maybe we could be the catalyst that changed something, you know.
Yeah, no.
We could be the straw that broke somebody's back. You know, like, they broke the camel's back. They're like, you know, they're really pushing someone to get someone to do something. Like, I was just talking to my friend CJ earlier today. I was talking to this is my friend at work, Ty. He wasn't going to the gym before I met him, and then I was like, he seen me doing push-ups in the office one day. He was like, bro, how many you do a day? I don't do much a day, but he seen me doing it, and then, like, I was telling him what you could do. He's like, bro, I want to get, like, you know, I want to get more shape. What do you think I should do? So I told him some things to do, and then from then on, he started going to the gym every single day. And, like, he's like, when I say he put on weight, bro, my brother looks good. Like, he looked good before, but, like,
yeah.
My guy's good. Like, my guy's great. Like, my dude's, like, really, when it really breaks down to it, bro, you really don't know what type of influence you have on people's life until it happens. So
I agree.
You always gotta push through and being the best person you can, and just being real, being unique, being
That's
genuine.
good. You taught me something new today, and that had me thinking. It's like, at this point in time, it's like almost anyone can become famous with, like, the internet and stuff.
That's the power of the internet. That's the thing that, like, I really like. At some point, like, some parts, it kind of makes me hate it, but at the same time, it's like, it's a beautiful thing to see that, like, you know, a lot of things can change for you in just a really small, short of time. Like, for, like, I don't want to bring up, like, Sexy Red in general, but, like, okay, she used to be only known here in St. Louis. Like, I used to listen to her. She's like, cause she was just a funny person, like, watch on YouTube. She's always like the funny gimmick videos on YouTube I used to watch about her. But, like, she remixed 1,000 Miles. You should really go watch that. That blew up in, like, I forgot what year, but it was before the 2020s. So it was like 2018, 2017 or something like that. And it was just, like, it was a funny video to see for me, you know. Like, it was one of the first, like, people to, like, you know, remix 1,000 Miles, and it was on YouTube, and it was a fun thing to see. And just, like, when I mean, like, literally your life could change tomorrow, your life can change tomorrow.
That's true.
Like, it really can. Like, we went from only knowing her here to now she's known worldwide. She's going on tour. She's opening up for SZA. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an awesome thing. Like, it kind of makes me hopeful for, like, man, just because today was bad doesn't mean tomorrow will be, or the day after that will be. You know, you just gotta do your best.
That's right. Welcome back to the Yap session. Thank you for holding. This is the show where we yap and you listen. This is DJ Pooba. I got DJ Snacks over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, you do.
and we were just talking about just kind of like the influence that people can have, and I guess the influence that anyone can have if they really want it. We were talking about how the internet is pretty powerful and how anyone can almost be famous at this point. So I wanted to talk about, we were talking about climate change and all this stuff and how there kind of needs to be a solution. I mean, obviously no one knows the exact solution, but there's a lot of people working towards it. And what I found really cool is that I used to watch, I'm sure everyone here is familiar with Mr. Beast, but I used to watch him like back in 2016 when all he would do is just like pick on little kids playing Minecraft, and that was like his whole content was like, look at this guy playing Minecraft. He looks stupid. That was like his whole content. It was super dumb. And then he posted this video where he tipped this pizza driver like $10,000 or something like that, like $5,000. And that video went pretty viral because at the time that just wasn't like the content that was on like YouTube or anything. But now it's everywhere. But he's really like made his own brand, and like he's got like multiple warehouses in North Carolina that are just dedicated to like helping out the community and stuff. Like he did a thing where he raised, I think it was like every dollar went towards a tree or something, and he raised $10 million, so he planted 10 million trees. Same thing with, he did the same thing but with pounds of trash in the ocean. If he got like $10 million, that was the goal to reach, then he would pick up 10 million pounds of trash in the ocean, and like he like documented all of it and like posted it and stuff. It was really cool. But I wanted to actually talk about what are like who have been like your favorite YouTubers like growing up, like and who do you like currently watch, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we definitely do that. So when I first broke into YouTube and just like discovered YouTube, I want to say like 2006. Like that's when it invented. I'm stupid, but like
2005 when it was made.
Yeah, I'm like, so I used to watch like these. I talked about this last podcast. I remember. I think we talked about Ray William Johnson with Equals 3. I really liked him. He's like one of the people, I guess, like kind of like was like kind of the catalyst, like someone that was inspirational to me. Another person that was really inspirational to me was Chris Move. Chris Move was like one of the first like black YouTubers. Also just like black gaming YouTubers. Like I don't want to say like black people aren't accepted in the gaming world, but like when you play games like Call of Duty, it's very liable. You're going to be called called some words that
you're going to be called the gamer word.
Yeah, the gamer word. Hit the keyboard. But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Just Chris Move is like very inspirational to me. Like I don't know, just like his personality was fire. Like his auto tune, his different videos. Like he played a bunch of different games. Like I really wanted to be a YouTuber when I was watching him.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Another person I really loved was Optic Scumpy. I used to like just I was really really deep into like professional gaming, just like esports before it was like a really big thing and like accepted everywhere. Like I was like I'm not gonna say I was a gamer before it was like cool, but I was a gamer before it was like I was trying to be a professional gamer before it was like
a career. Man.
Yeah, before it was like an actual career. Like it was like you would literally only see like 10 people like on YouTube that was like actually making money from gaming.
Yeah.
Other than that, then it's just like you're playing the game for fun. Like I wanted to be a professional gamer at the time when like my parents used to run in my room and be like, bro, get off the game. You've been on the game for 10 hours today. But mom, if I don't get Master Prestige, if I don't raise my KD, how am I gonna pay for house? You know what I'm saying?
Like grinding out all the camos.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to like I never really grinded out the camos. I never cared about them. But like I was really into that. Like I'm still talking to my friend Evan to this day. Like it's funny like how like a catalyst have changed, like stuff like that. So I'm talking about Black Ops 2 specifically right now, but that's kind of how I met. That was really like the change, like how I met like a lot of my friends and like I still game with to this day. I've been playing with these people for like about 10 years now, and I met them last year. The trip didn't go as planned because.
Oh, did you like? Were they like across the world? You like met them personally?
Not across the world, but yeah, they were like across the U.S.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We went to a lot of them lived in North Carolina. Now it's gonna be a funny story about this, so I'm gonna make this really short though.
Okay.
So I met CJ online playing a WWE game. I don't know if you guys know, I'm a really big WWE fan, lifelong WWE fan. Every time they come here, I'm going.
Yeah.
I bought a big belt. But nonetheless, back into the story. I met CJ playing WWE online. I think it was SVR 2010 or if it's SVR 2011. Can't really remember. But I met him on there, right? Now, this is where the kicker is. When I said this is like some, like, literally like 0.1, 0.00001, like some impossible stuff that happened, right? So, speaking of Evan, right? I met CJ. Keep CJ in mind.
Okay.
I met CJ on a different game, and one day I'm playing Black Ops 2, and I get a message from Evan. So Evan's he makes YouTube videos now. He's Tony Macaroni on YouTube, Tony Macaroni on TikTok, stuff like that. Watch him. He's pretty good to decent content. I try to help him with like making content and stuff like that, like editing and stuff like that. But anyways, I met him on Black Ops 2. Now what's funny about that is, bro, Evan and CJ knew each other in real life and grew up with each other.
Are you serious?
I met them on 2 separate games, and I became friends with them on 2 separate occasions.
That's unbelievable.
Bro, it's stupid. I was like, bro, what's going on here?
That doesn't even sound like a real story.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
I remember playing on Xbox 360, and the servers back then, there were 200, 300,000 people on Black Ops 2, and they would have a live counter. So for me to meet someone that already knows people that I already know is bro.
On different games too.
Yeah, it's a 1 in a million chance, and it's like, bro, what's going on here? Like, is this real?
Yeah.
Where the cameras at, cuz? But it's just, I don't know. When I mean like this, bro, it's something that's really crazy. It's fun. It was a good thing to see. It's just I don't know. It was meeting them for the first time was refreshing, bro. The trip didn't go as planned. I do apologize. I've already apologized before, and I apologize now too. I was kind of being a meanie on that trip, but that's because people just weren't organized, bro. I feel like I kind of wasted my time going out there because we didn't get to do nothing. We sat in the crowd, we sat in the house and played video games. Oh. I could have did that from my couch in St. Louis. I didn't have to go to somebody else's couch to get the Airbnb that I didn't pay for. Someone else paid for on the trip because I was bad on funds back then. But nonetheless,
so there's not much really happened on the trip.
Yeah, we sat in that. We recorded a couple of YouTube videos. But it was bro, I didn't come over just to play video games.
Right, y'all should have went to the city and
done
something.
You know what I'm saying? We could have did more. My first time in Charlotte. Let's do something. Let's have fun.
For sure. Charlotte, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely not one person's fault in the group. It was more of a group thing. It was just we weren't as organized as we should have been, and it put a taint on my trip. It really put a taint on my memory. And I was I don't want to say I don't wish I would have never met them that day, but I was like, man, we should just waited. Waited to do things the right way, you know?
Just bad timing.
Yeah.
Right thing, wrong timing.
Yeah.
For sure. I get that.
I totally diverted us from the whole topic of YouTube.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I talked about Chris Move, we're talking about Optic Scumpy. I don't know if he's still part of Optic, but so I'll just say Scumpy or whatever.
Yeah.
Chris Move, Scumpy, and then there's one other person I used to love. Screw it, no worries about that. But the people I watch now, the content I watch now is completely different. Person I used to watch. So his name used to be, I'm not going to say what his name used to be on YouTube, but his name is Black Okage now. He's I'm not going to say he's my favorite YouTuber, but he's definitely up there. He's if I had a top 10, top 5 for YouTubers, he's on there. And he's not the bottom of that list either. He's definitely top 3 on either of those lists. But Black Okage is somebody I used to watch on YouTube, and he kind of like I said, inspired me. Black people really being themselves and being one take Jake. He inspired me with talking to people and wanting to have a podcast. He has a podcast called Gaming Illuminati, and he just talks to people around the world. He talks about a bunch of gaming news and stuff like that. And it's just something I love. It's something I really want to do. I really aspire to be just like him, low key.
There you go.
The people that I still watch now, I already mentioned now, I still watch Black Okage now. People I watch now, I watch more camera people on YouTube now because I do it for that photography. Sense. I didn't go to class. I didn't get accepted into the class or anything like that to take it. But what I started to do is I started watching people on YouTube do it. So I was doing YouTube University. I was watching
That's so smart too.
Yeah, I was watching Volandez. Another person I used to watch is I think his name is Jared something. I forgot his name. Frojo, and then people I really watch now is Volandez, Black Okage, and Koki. Koki is Kohki. He's pretty good. And then another group I really like watching is RDC, and what's that group called? Rager Club. The Rager Club. Mm-hmm. They blew up on TikTok from being famous in Vegas or Arizona area. They're really cool people. I plan on doing something like that pretty soon, with the group. But it's fun. That's people I watch on YouTube. What do you watch on YouTube currently, bro?
Currently, I'm not going to talk about the old stuff. I watch just regular Minecraft YouTubers while growing up. You can probably figure out who. I know.
We all had our Minecraft.
We all did.
Minecraft was fun. Minecraft is a great game.
It is.
Now I use it for going to sleep low key.
Just the soundtrack.
But yeah, bro. Look,
I respect that.
Loading up Minecraft, opening a new world to play for maybe 20 minutes, then to fall asleep. Best sleep you ever have. Best sleep you ever have.
It's real.
Like,
So currently I watch a lot of those. You see them on TikTok all the time,
What?
but they're like those vlog like prank people.
you watch those?
Yes, I
hate
think
those
that,
videos.
you hate
bro.
them.
Yes.
A lot of people feel that way, but I watch Loaf, Adrian Harding, and those are like the two big ones.
Wait, Loaf?
Yeah,
How you spell
LOFE. LOFE.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
I thought I knew. I was like, bro, am I thinking this right? It's
Bro,
not right.
when I watch Loaf, I feel like I'm just like one of the bros. Like he always just like makes the videos like so relatable.
Word.
He like talks about like like mental stuff, and it's like that's tight.
That's funny you said that. That's what I get out of the Black Okage.
Really?
Like,
That's
yeah,
good.
Like, I know he's more like a gaming channel, but like he really talks about real things that like I feel relatable to. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, like the Black experience in America. He really talks about that. Like he also talks about traveling and like, you know, just being real, like being genuine. Like he also talks about like, you know, I'm trying to think. Like, you know how like a lot of like men podcasts are, like really like bashing on women and stuff like that. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't like do those type of things.
That stuff
like,
is wild.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But like he definitely like talks about like, you know, things that people shouldn't be doing and should do. Like he has a couple videos on those type of things. Like he doesn't go in depth with it. Like it's not his whole content. But like he's a really inspiring person to like, you know. He really inspires me, like, you know, trying to get into the gym. Because, like, I was watching him a lot during 2020 when, like, COVID started happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know how he's built. Like, he's a shorter guy, but he has, like, a belly on him, right? And, like, he started really getting into shape. Like, he looks pretty good now. Like, he used to have, like, really, like, fat face. He doesn't have, like, a big fat face anymore. Like, you know, like, he's getting into shape. He's, like, encouraging people, like, you know, eat better, live better, do workouts, do things you need to do, live for yourself, you know, have fun, and, like, love what you're doing while you're doing it, you know. Like he really encourages people to do that, like on his stuff, even though he talks about gaming most of the time.
Yeah, that's that real body positivity right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, we're running low on time. We got we're a little bit over technically, so you know we're gonna have to cut the yap session short. Not short.
We're
I don't know what I'm saying. We gotta cut it now.
Yeah, we're taking this to a close. That's what you're trying to say, bro.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys listening to us yap. This was DJ Pooba.
This is DJ Snacks.
And we're back. Hope you guys had a good fall break, like I said, and we are back to the academics. So everyone, just stay locked in, get them good grades, and we'll see you next Monday.
For sure. Eat your veggies. Live better. Smile less. Save money. Save money, live better, not Walmart. Yap session.
Do 5 push-ups.
Yeah, do something. Just do something to be active. You know, go outside and breathe in the air, touch grass. It'd be fun, bro. I also wanted to end this on just try to have fun, live your life. And you threw me off when you said something earlier. I don't know what to say now. But yeah. Oh, I don't know what to say. Look, this ain't the last time. It's not just because it's the close to today's podcast. We always gonna be back. This is not the last time. This is just this time. We'll be back next week on Monday.
Yes, sir, brother. That's what's up.
Yes, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Yes. Good night.
That's fire.
That was fire.
Here, I'll stop this.